Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finals. WR season 6 Xbox Select Finals here tonight. We got a pre-live stream going on. Sorry about that, guys. Got a pre-show, man. We'll kick off, man. We got my boy X in the booth, Coach J, Commissioner YP, myself, and the one and only King Had. The number one pick on Xbox. The number one pick on PlayStation. All right, he had a crazy season, you know. So King Hat, man, we're gonna start off with you, man. Tell me, how did that feel, man?
It was a good season. Built connections, found some slept-on players. Shout out to my boy NY, because I didn't know him when I got him, but he was good and knew what he was doing when we were playing.
So you found some hidden gems, right?
Yeah. Louis too. Why Louis? He was good. I didn't know who he was. It was a lot of good players that I just seen and didn't know who they was, but they knew what they were doing when we played with them or played against them.
So you had a pretty good season this season here. What would you take? What you take most from this season?
What did I take most from this season? I mean, I really can't say. It was just a lot of, I don't know. It was a lot of good games. It was a lot of good games against certain teams.
Okay. So you were, like I said, you were the first overall pick. So give me some insight on that. Like, how did that feel going number one amongst your peers and a draft pool that had Claude, Glizzy, and even myself doubted that you should have went number one. So how does that make you feel that you not only went number one, but you also performed?
Me being the champ from last select, I kind of knew that I was going top 3. I didn't expect to go number 1. I was expecting Claude or MJB was in, but he wasn't eligible. I didn't know I was going number 1.
Okay, that's a good answer. All right, so can you see the screen right now?
No.
All right, try to get on the screen. I'm gonna post something for you in the chat. Look in the chat right quick. Coach J's gonna put it on the screen.
All right.
Coach J's gonna put it on the screen. 1 second. I'm gonna post something in the chat. Let me know how you feel about this. Give me 1 second. Jesus.
Oh, so man.
You see it?
Yeah.
How you feel about that, man? How you feeling?
Surprised. I knew it was out of me and Claude though.
So now that you won MVP, man, I need an MVP speech from you, man. Talk to me. Let me hear something.
I don't know. I really can't. Like a lot of people told me, like a few GMs told me, with me being first pick, because for some way they knew I was going number 1 already. They told me my team was going to be bad, that we weren't going to go far, we were going to lose because I was number 1. And I don't know, we surpassed everything, brought good players in. When I think we went 10-2 on the season.
Yeah, I think it was 9-2. It was not. It was 11 regular season games.
Okay, yeah, 9-2. Then we we lost in Final Four yesterday. Like I can't say I'm mad. I can't say I'm upset or anything. Like we hooped. They just outplayed us.
Yeah. But you guys, yeah, and that was really big on why you won it, man. You guys had a really good, like you said, like no one expected you guys to have the season that you had, myself included, because it's really hard to compete when you have the number 1 overall pick, because it takes so long for you to come back around, and that's 2 rounds of good players gone. But you guys went out there, you guys just balled every game, and like I was telling X before you joined, you averaged 27-7. Or 27-8 if you round it up, and you just balled. And just seeing it firsthand, like me being here all season, I know like it's tough, but you definitely deserve that award. It was a tough decision to make for the people that made that decision, but you are deserving, and you are the season 6 MVP. You got anything to say, X?
A couple questions. We talked a lot about your successes and how you guys are doing, and you've got the MVP. I'd like to know, and is there any what are some of the obstacles that you had to overcome? Because we know when we come into the select that it's different people, different personalities coming together and trying to make something shake. Now being someone who's had so much success last year, coming into this year, there's definitely, as being someone who's went through it myself, definitely obstacles, tough ones you have to overcome. What are some of the big obstacles you and your team had to overcome to get where you're at?
Obstacles I had to get used to. Really, it was just adapting and adjusting to the new players that I was playing with, and getting used to their strengths, their weaknesses, stuff like that. It was just, those were the only obstacles we really had. Getting used to playing with each other, chemistry.
Okay, so when you say like some of these situations, would you say it's like maybe more of the X and O's with like a less experienced player, or more of a communication thing with more veteran like guys?
Kind of both. It was communicating, experience, knowing when to rotate and when not to, just little stuff like that.
Now let me just ask you just something that's kind of was on the timeline today that me and Lux were kind of going back and forth about is how do you feel that this year's 2K compares to other 2Ks? Where do you rank it? Where do you feel this 2K's at? Is this the best 2K you've ever played?
It's hard. I started playing in 19, so for me, like it's a fun game. But it's not always good with everybody green and 100% smothered and contact dunk every play. But if it was up to me, I'd probably pick 2K20. Even like with all the post fade and stuff. Before that, though, it's definitely 20.
Go ahead, man. I'd just like to give you a congratulations on last year and this year's success and on future success, man.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
YP, you got anything?
Yo, all I want to say is, big congratulations on that MVP. And outside of that, man, hopefully you come back next season. You know what I'm saying? To have another great season, turn up on them again, maybe get another MVP back to back with it. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate that, bro.
Hey, games well played. You deserve it. Great job. Can't wait to see more of you in the future, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. I'll definitely be back next season. And before I go, a big part of our team, our defense. They really hooped for me. Made it easier for me on offense.
All right. Once again, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining, man. It was a pleasure to have you this season. It was a pleasure to watch you play, watch you grow as a player. You definitely surprised me. Like I said, I was not. Like you even said that you weren't expecting to go number 1. I definitely was surprised on draft night. I said that on the post-draft stream scope. And for you to come out and to not only show up, but to dominate the way you did, lead that team, the cartel, to a 9-2 record, a deep playoff run, it's spectacular. Honestly, it's very spectacular. You guys are very close to going to the finals, so I just want to say congratulations. Like we said, hope to see you next season. Well, you say you're going to be back next season. Hope you continue to grow as a player and hoop. Good job,
Thanks, bro.
Good
Really
job.
appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only King had your Season 6 WR Select PlayStation MVP.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So your Season 6 Xbox MVP, I tried to get him here. He didn't come. He didn't respond to me. So he won't know he's getting this until I post it on the timeline. But it was decided that my guy, V Guerrera, on the Xbox side, is the Season 6 MVP. He also had a crazy season for the Flamingos. They had a very, very good season. So, he's also well deserving. He didn't get picked. I don't think he got picked too early, if I remember correctly. But he did his thing. He showed up. They lost yesterday to the Traffic, so I know he's heard about that. But he definitely deserved this award. I think he averaged over 30 points. All right, so as we get ready for the Xbox Finals, we got the Kingpin versus the Traffic. Ayo Rankin was looking to repeat. He won the championship last season. I got some more guys getting ready. Come on. Hey, Coach Jay, let's take us up to a commercial break with the UPA.
Over the years, we've seen leagues scamming you out of money, not paying out as advertised, operating illegally, and most importantly, not doing their part to promote you and your team when you've accomplished the feat. You win and it does move your draft stock a bit. We're working together to bring an official structure to the Pro-Am community called the UPA, Unified Pro-Am Association. We will have UPA certified leagues. Here are the benefits of playing in a UPA certified league. First, UPA certified leagues offer guaranteed payouts as advertised. WR, MPBA, and later Prestige Area and their affiliate leagues have served the community since 2015. We've seen dozens of leagues create a Twitter, provide a Cash App, and disappear overnight. UPA certified leagues are safe.
There is no reason you should have to play 3 or more finals in one night. The UPA will take into consideration for all NBA 2K League qualifying events. There may be overlap, but we will do what we can to limit it. There is often confusion among league rules. The UPA will have a clear set of rules across the board. Also, you cheat in one, you will be banned from them all. The risk to cheat is higher than ever. This will create a way safer and cleaner competitive Pro-Am experience.
UPA certified leagues offer the most direct connection to the next level. When you play in UPA leagues and tournaments, it's guaranteed you will have the attention of scouts, coaches, and GMs at the next level.
UPA certified leagues have zero tolerance for discrimination based on race, gender, national origin, religion, or sexual orientation. Anyone in violation will be brought before a council and require sensitivity training or face a lifetime ban from all UPA leagues.
Last, we've heard your ideas to have one unified national Pro-Am champion, and we're answering the call. That's right, one true amateur champion. Beginning in the post-draft, you'll only be able to earn entry into the National Pro-Am Championship from events hosted by UPA certified leagues. Winners of these events will automatically qualify for the National Championship Tournament, and at-large bids will be awarded based on NAP's innovative legacy leaderboard scoring system, applied only to UPA leagues.
Welcome back. It's game 1 of the WR Select Season 6 Xbox Finals. We have the Kingpin, the Brooklyn Kingpin versus the Los Angeles Traffic. Green Honcho as the GM of the Kingpin and Ayo Rankum as the GM of the LA Traffic. It's going to be a crazy finals. You guys see the lineups there? I got my boy X in the booth with me, Coach J, my boy SC2K. He's the GM over on the PlayStation side. We're here. It's time. It's time to eat. It's win or go home. When champions are made, who's going to take home these ranks?
You know, it's an exciting night, Perry. Definitely for everybody on the court. Bread on the line. We got a 5-game series. We got everything you could want when you put everything to a season right here.
But you know, that just happens with everything going on. It's just
blame
okay
COVID,
sometimes,
Coach. Blame COVID.
It's a good game that we get to play. It just has its issues every now and then, but we're ready for it to start as soon as they can get it going. Let's look at this lineup again, though. Right here, Traffic. We got Bronco, Eyeball Zay, Baby Boy Jody, Be More Pause, and Jolo. Kingpins, Bray NYC, Stepback Sam, Sammy Peace, Roan's World, and Sniper Lil. What name stands out on each team for you guys? Let's start with Perry.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
What of these lineups, which players kind of stand out? Which ones kind of are big names that you want to watch for this game?
Jolo. I think Jolo is the X factor of the series. If he has a bad series, there's no chance for the Traffic to win this game. But if he plays like I know he can play, it's gonna be a sweep. But that also goes to Bray though. Bray has to come out looking to eat. He has to come out, not be passive, being aggressive, trying to score, trying to be the dog that he is. So Jolo is gonna have his hands full, but Bray's gonna have his hands full as well because Jolo plays defense. That's one guy that I can say he steps up. He takes on the chin. And the LA Traffic, they had a bad start to the season, and I was talking trash to Rankin. I'm like, I don't think you're gonna repeat this season, boss. He said you was. They're like, we good. You're gonna get right, and that's what they did. And now they're in the finals. So Rankin has a plan. So like I was saying, and then it's also I want to see if they're gonna run the triangle with B More and Jody. Want to see how they do that. So it's gonna be a good game though. Stepback Sam is a sniper. So I want to see if they're gonna hug the hash or they're gonna try to pinch Bronco. I want to see what they do with but I don't know. Man, Stepback Sam is a sniper. That guy doesn't miss. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. X, what do you think, man? One player from each team.
I always talk about the point guards, but in this situation, I'm gonna be looking at the centers earlier. So the centers for me, actually on both teams, how they're setting the screen, how their chemistry is with the point guard, how their defense is stepping up with the lock. So both centers on both teams are going to be something I'm going to be watching. And also, depending on what archetypes they come out with, how that style of play is working out. So the centers are both on my list early in the game.
And SCV, do we got you right now? Don't think we've got him just yet, but we do have another little bit of a wait. Thought we had a game going, but not quite yet. And so we will be taking just a little break. While we wait, let's go ahead and take a look at UPA.
Over the years, we've seen leagues scamming you out of money, not paying out as advertised, operating illegally, and most importantly, not doing their part to promote you and your team when you've accomplished a feat. You win and it does move your draft stock a bit. We're working together to bring an official structure to the Pro-Am community called the UPA, Unified Pro-Am Association. We will have UPA certified leagues. Here are the benefits of playing in a UPA certified league. First, UPA certified leagues offer guaranteed payouts as advertised. WR, MPBA, and later Prestige Area and their affiliate leagues have served the community since 2015. We've seen dozens of leagues create a Twitter, provide a Cash App, and disappear overnight. UPA certified leagues are safe.
There is no reason you should have to play 3 or more finals in one night. The UPA will take into consideration for all NBA 2K League qualifying events. There may be overlap, but we will do what we can to limit it. There is often confusion among league rules. The UPA will have a clear set of rules across the board. Also, you cheat in one, you will be banned from them all. The risk to cheat is higher than ever. This will create a way safer and cleaner competitive pro-am experience.
UPA certified leagues offer the most direct connection to the next level. When you play in UPA leagues and tournaments, it's guaranteed you will have the attention of scouts, coaches, and GMs at the next level.
UPA certified leagues have zero tolerance for discrimination based on race, gender, national origin, religion, or sexual orientation. Anyone in violation will be brought before a council and require sensitivity training or face a lifetime ban from all UPA leagues.
Last, we've heard your ideas to have one unified national pro-am champion, and we're answering the call. That's right, one true amateur champion. Beginning in the post-draft, you'll only be able to earn entry into the National Pro-Am Championship from events hosted by UPA certified leagues. Winners of these events will automatically qualify for the National Championship Tournament, and at-large bids will be awarded based on NAP's innovative legacy leaderboard scoring system, applied only to UPA leagues.
check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
And we're back, everybody. It looks like we have a game going. Hopefully, we're going to go ahead and fade on over there. And, oh, he's sending a message. Okay, there we go. And let's take a look at this lineup one more time. For the Traffic, Bronco, Eyeballs A, Baby Boy Jody, Be More Pause, Jolo, for the Traffic, and then for the Kingpins, Bray NYC, Step Back Sam, Sammy Peace, Roan's World, and Sniper Lil. I'm Coach J2K, and I'm here with the X-Man and SCV2K as tip-off has already started. Guys, what's going on?
What's up?
And so we've already got a tip-off in the LA Traffic. They have the ball to start out. Step back Sam with the ball, looking for some opening. They're moving the ball well. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Puts up a mid, and good.
Good midi. Get those buckets early. You can't start putting zeros up on the board early.
I agree. You got to get the early buckets, but you also have to get the early stops. Defense is a key component, especially in these finals matchups. Bronco with the ball, almost lost it, has two defenders in front of him. Alley-oop to Jolo.
Great off-ball run on Jolo. Bailed this guy out there.
Bray with the ball, going left, going at the rim, has options, step back, three, no good. Had him in open to the corner, I believe, but just didn't go to him. Step back, gets a 2-for-1, no good. Defensive rebound fast break coming. Bronco and a foul. It's going to be called a personal foul because there were players in front of the action.
Right away, we're watching to see which one of these point guards is going to want to impose their will. Right out the gate, point guards always want to be aggressive, especially in championship games. It's a horse that got you there. It's a horse you're going to ride.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And then you have to watch how they counteract. What do the corners do? Do they start doubling in when they break in?
Defense is definitely a factor when you come to the championship. That's a fact. Whoever plays the best defense, usually the team that walks away with the hardware.
Yeah, I definitely agree with those statements. As Baby Boy Jody just finished an alley-oop, and now the LA Traffic have the ball. Layup on the inside by the point guard. It's good.
He's playing very.
Way to be aggressive there.
Yeah, he had a corner, but he wanted it.
But it does look like for the LA Traffic, their important key right now for them is moving the ball. They do need to try to work it a little better, be smarter with their passes, be smarter with their shots more than anything, because right now it's just missed shots that have them down 3, in my opinion. What do you guys think so far?
Little nerves in the corner there. Those are 2 wide open, shouldn't be missed.
Yeah, and you expect something like that in a game this big, playing in select with teammates that you've only played 1 season with. You don't have a lot of chemistry, and now is really when you find out who your teammates are when the chips are on the line.
You have to penalize the corners, though, because if the corner shots are missed, you can stop everything if you can rotate off the corners. These guys are going to have to hit the corner shots. The series is going to be lost real quick.
Yeah. Just to straighten things out for myself and for the viewers, we have the Kingpin. They are in the orange, black, and blue, while the LA Traffic are in the white and pink. I got them flipped myself because I saw orange bar, orange jerseys, and it threw me off a little bit. But now that we're straightened out, I think we can keep track of who is who. And it's the Kingpins who are actually moving the ball really well. But the LA Traffic right there, giving up a 3 for the Kingpins, and now the score is 10-6. And Eyeballs A 3, it's going to be no good. Defensive board for the Kingpins. Sammy Peace, and a foul.
Big foul. Probably give, but you needed it. Broken.
What a clip. You really seen that lock take impact. And that was something that I was watching early on in the games. Besides the point guard, what's really important is the center and the point guard chemistry. A center who can set you a big body is going to get you open a lot of the times in the game. And right now we've seen that he clipped them and got his point guard an opportunity to give him a look or get a look one-on-one with the center.
Bronco with the ball, trying to create space with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass stolen by Bray NYC. Fast break coming. And a foul.
Now, on that play right there, you can see that his center's a popper, and he threw it probably icon instead of directional, or it was a mishap on the directional. You can see the pass came. It just wasn't to the right guy.
Bronco looking for the open man. Pass to Jolo. Jolo tried to go inside. He's at the paint. Toss an alley-oop. It's behind him. Be more pause. Gets the ball. Shot clock did not reset. 5 seconds. Eyeballs A. Ball inside. Jolo. Layup. No good. Baby boy Jody with the offensive board. Jody to Jolo. Dribble out. 7 seconds. Shot clock goes up. Slam.
Let's go, Jolo. The center plane,
Jolo
you can
wants
see.
it.
Yep, not only for the shot, but also aggressive to the hoop. The build's allowing him to do a lot tonight.
Yeah, Jolo right now is trying to keep this team in the game right now.
Kingpins with the ball. They're up 6 right now with 16 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bray moving the ball around on his own, dribbling left, right, inside, outside. Finds some space past Sammy. 2 seconds shot clock. Has to go up. Slam!
Now, I'm a little biased here because my players always had green hair, but I don't know. Green players' hairs are showing up tonight.
Eyeballs A shoots and no good. Let's go ahead and take a look at that
everybody on
dunk
the court.
that
Right
we
on the
just
line.
saw.
We got a 5-game series.
And actually, it looks like we are looking at the wrong clip. So let's go ahead and get back to
when you
where
put
we were.
everything into a season right here in this series.
LA's going to have to find some buckets here. They're working very, very hard for every single bucket, and they've only got 8 big ones so far. They're going to have to figure something out.
Bray with the 3. It's good. And looks like he clipped that. He wanted it for himself. And so it looks like it's a turnover right there on the inbound. 19-8. Big, strong start from Kingpins. And Broncos shoots a three. No good. Defensive rebound. And a foul.
This is where you need your teammates. Broncos struggling a little bit. Had an open shot, missed it. This game is not over yet, but if you start to feel it, you lose it real quick in these games.
Bray tried to go up at a block.
You're right about that. And at this point in the championship, like we talked about earlier, you've only been with your team one season, and this is really where you find out. But the X and O's to that is, do they call a timeout?
Yep.
Do they call play? Do they get themselves in a situation under control to give themselves the best opportunity to get back in this game quickly?
Oh, an attempted alley-oop, but it was no good. But an offensive board gives them a second chance. The shot clock did reset to 14. 4 seconds on the shot clock now. Eyeball Zay. Alley-oop. It's going to be to no one. It was too late. And it goes out of bounds. Kingpin's ball.
Yep, tough situation there. Just didn't work out. In that situation, it's on to the next play.
Sometimes what you really need here is to force a stop and get a fast break. Just get something. See that ball go through the hoop. Sometimes your defense sets up your offensive. That's what you needed right there.
Ooh. Jody got the steal to Jolo to Bronco. 3. It's good.
That could change the whole momentum of the quarter right here.
Big deal right there. Great play. Now, the reason why that play happens is because I've seen this a little bit earlier in the game. The center seems to be sliding a little bit off of the pop. He needs to set his feet a little bit earlier, but that's that center point guard chemistry that I was talking about. And you can see right there, they got to be a little bit more vocal and fix that problem.
Yeah. 100%.
And right there, we just saw a three-pointer on the other end for the Traffic, making it 24-11. 2:40 left in the second quarter. B. Morgan to pass it in. Goes to Bronco.
Here's that center point guard connection. We're watching for that big body here. We're looking
Bronco mid-range. No good.
Whether they're working together. Are they moving together? Do they know where they're going to be so that you only get about a second of clearance on a good screen against a good defender? And they're a little clunky.
It's a small window out here, and when you're in the championship game, windows get a little bit tighter.
Yeah, that lock didn't get to the championship by accident.
Definitely. They're out here working. They've been here all season.
Dude, the Kingpins defense right now is really impressive. They're giving up 0 buckets that easy.
Yeah, Kingpins right there. They just got a good block.
That was a double clear out. They got there a little late, but both guys trying to stop that 3, selling out. These guys want it.
And a good timeout to prevent the backcourt violation. That was a good bump. But it was a good reaction by the Kingpins to use their timeout at that point. Both teams had 4 timeouts, but now the Kingpins with 3. And there's the backcourt violation. Didn't matter because of a false step right there trying to grab the ball. He needed to either be backcourt or further up in the front court. He did not need to be right there, but that's just what happens sometimes. Mistakes were made. Now LA with the ball. Traffic trying to find something. Bronco pump fake. Goes to mid-range, shoots the mid-range, and it's good.
I'll take it. Get comfortable. Get confident. If this game is a 6-point game at halftime, the pressure is going to be back on the Kingpin. They've outplayed LA, and they are not winning by too much.
Now you can see that pop happening again, and they're ready for it. There's the slip off the pop.
Perfectly. Yeah.
Tough shot. Wide open.
And the second chance turns into nothing. Zay, pump fake, pass to the left corner, tipped, and out of bounds. Traffic will retain possession. And the Traffic, they want to make sure that they try to win this series. They want the back-to-back. Even though it's not all the same players, they would like to see, back-to-back championships from last season into this season. Bronco, pass to left corner, Beemore. One-on-one, loses his dribble. Bronco, and shot clock violation. Good defense from the Kingpins.
Coming down to the last 48 seconds of the first half, we're going to see right here what Bray's got in store. This is the point in the game where your point guard needs to impose his will and get a bucket. Being in the situation that they are, he knows it's game time.
I'd expect
Great read. You got to be ready to green that up right there. Bray hits him after a little bit of miscommunication early in the game. He hits him on the dot. Center not ready to go. This is not the time to be shy, boy.
That's what I thought.
And Bray with the dunk.
You need the rim run there. You just need buckets. Like when you have the lead, every bucket is a dagger. So you could be a little more aggressive and just take the two when you have.
14 seconds. Go ahead.
Bronco doing a good job of just managing the lead here and just continuing to work on him. Everything's in his favor when it comes to momentum. So right here, you just want to get you guys good looks right there. You're going to live with that open shot. Great first half.
Great first half. 26-16. As let's take a quick look at some of the plays from this game. Bray right there, he had an open three earlier in the second quarter. Jody got the steal to Jolo to Bronco. Three from the left corner. And not too long ago, right there, they just got a good block. A bunch of three-pointers making a big difference in this game for both teams. A few dunks here and there that were early, but right now score 26-16, 10-point game as the ball is tipped out of bounds and stays with the traffic.
And in this situation, you can see the threes are coming from the corner, and they're big wide open because the power forward's rotating way too early and giving the signal. He should make more of a read and kind of bait it a bit. Mix it up.
Or rotate back one more, bring come down from the hash and force him to make one more pass. You know?
And Bronco three defenders to get the dunk.
And that's a part of what makes WR Select special, is the opportunity to work that chemistry out and show that you can solve problems on the run in difficult situations, no matter what they are.
Without question.
Bray, pass is stolen by Jody to the inside. Jolo, finish.
LA is not ready to give up yet.
2-possession game here.
Yep. They've started to figure out a little bit more on defense. Bray hasn't quite gone so crazy. They're willing to give up a rim run. If they can trade threes for twos, they're willing to do that.
Oh, let's go with the speed boost. Great handles. Had the center one-on-one, made him nervous, gave him a look, and just dunked on him.
You know, he was just a little patient. Once he saw that the big man jumped, it was over.
Whoop! I think that's what they call it in football.
Jody, inside, pass outside. Jolo, 4 seconds on the shot clock, and a big dunk on the inside. Scores now 28-22, only a 6-point game.
Green hair don't care. Now, Bray continues to get bumped at that half-court line. If I was in his situation, or maybe a teammate could get in his ear a bit and say, hey, I'm here for you. Let me get it up. Pass it up.
Not sure exactly why they were rotating off the hash there. He was wide open.
Now we're looking for that big body. Does it connect? Bang. He's got the clip. He's got the one-on-one with the center. The pop's there. Everything's happening a little too quick in that situation.
Not a lot of communication on their offense. You've got a backdoor cut happening at the exact same time. The center's running. Like, they're all kind of running in the same spot. They don't feel like they're really cohesive right now.
Definitely a pressurized point in the game, and you can see the pressure mounting as the lead closes and opens. Now, once again, Bray continues to play around that half-court line and disrespect the defense. At some point, he's got to adjust. Bang! And there's an adjustment. 3-ball in your face with the big body. Can't forget the center. Point guards don't always get open by themselves. Don't forget, there's a big body that leads to a big three.
Yeah, it was a well-set screen. Bray knew his range, knew what he could do, and hit that three after hitting the screen. And a foul, and one.
It's got to be the hair. It's got to be the hair. When you really look at it, it's got to be the hair. I don't have any answers for that.
Traffic's going to have to start looking for these threes in the corners. They're there, but they're rallying to just challenge it at the rim, and they're getting twos. They got a 3-point play there, but they're down by 11.
Now, there's the center showing up for Bray at the half-court line, really putting a heavy body.
It's wrestling.
On that lock. Yeah, we love it. We love physical basketball.
Yeah, good defense by the lock to fight over fight over that screen really well.
Oof. Tough shot there. Didn't expect the defense to come over on him like that, but they showed up. They closed out. He thought he had an open look, and the defense wasn't done yet.
No fouls to give right now for the Traffic after that first foul within inside the 2 minutes.
Corner's open. He's looking for his options.
Bray looking, stepping back. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Pass to the corner. Sniper Lil gonna drive, and does he get it off? No. Shot clock violation. Defense from the Traffic right there. Good
exactly
defense.
The possession they needed. Exactly the possession they needed. They need to be within single digits at the end of this quarter.
Bray calling his own number right there and trying to use the same walk back speed boost forward as earlier, but center was ready for it this time. Shut it down.
They need to get to about 6 or 5 down in this game by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I think if they want a good chance of winning this, they don't need to be down 11 or just down 9 after being down 10 at halftime.
I'll tell you what, they should really start sending their power forwards, because Kingpin are just ignoring the corners. Like LA is just gonna have to stop the PNR game. That's what they're just killing them with the PNR game.
Now you can see that the team called a timeout right there. Bray's holding the rock, and you can see open centers, you can see open corners. At that point in the timeout, I'm sure the team's talking to Bray and saying, "Hey, we're here for you. Have confidence in us. This is how we got here. Let's finish it together, bud." We got 59 seconds, third quarter, getting ready to go into the fifth. We got a heavy spread here. Bronco knows it's time to perform. It's that old point guard thing, and he's just got eyes. He's just got eyes. Something that Bray needs to take note of and not feel so much pressure on him to carry the whole load himself. He's got teammates, and he's got to use them.
Finally timed that up right.
Alley-oop to the inside. He just wasn't in position for it. Tried to go up with it as he grabbed it at the end of the alley-oop, and that's going to be a foul. First foul within the 2 minutes, so they had that foul to give. Now they cannot foul again.
Try to go 2 for 1 here. Try to go get the bucket.
Bronco to be more. 3. No good. And defensive rebound. It was fumbled all around. Fast break coming, and step back Sam will finish the fast break.
10-point game here once again. You gotta get a score here, or at least kill the clock. Last possession. Let's see what the point guard does here with that type of situation in the championship series.
Bronco. His team has 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Dribbling through the defenders, back behind him, Jolo, 4 seconds. Needs to find something, 2 seconds. Step spin, goes up, no good. And that's going to be in the third quarter. 40-30 is our score, as the Kingpins will start with the ball. We're at the same spot we were at while we were at halftime. So no change. It's not what the Traffic wants right now. They need to start closing out little by little. And Bray shoots the mid-range, no good.
Traffic started to figure out the defensive side of this equation, but they haven't really unlocked the offense yet. It might be too late.
6 seconds. 5. Bronco mid-range at the free throw line, no good. And 4 Kingpins ready for the rebound.
Tough break there. It's a nice move. Probably should have just taken it and dunked it. But the mid-range is a great shot.
It didn't look like any of the LA Traffic even attempted to try to get an offensive rebound. It looks like they were focused on trying to get back on defense. As right there, Bray with the deep 3, extending this lead out further. Bronco for 3. It's good. Bray going right, going left, pass to step back, passes out of a shot, back to Bray, pump fake, Looks like they're just trying to burn clock and take smart shots. Alley-oop to Sammy, and it's good.
Smart play right there. Suck it out. Suck the clock out. They're going to play super high now and try to just deny threes.
Bronco for three. It's good.
Forcing him way back. That was almost logo.
Yeah, I agree. That was almost logo. That was a good shot for him to take. Probably not one he wants to take often, but he's good enough to take it and make it.
I mean, that might be what they've got. He's hit 2 in a row of those now. I mean, if he can heat up, it might be their only option because they are not getting good with looks without just shooting from outside.
And a block! Fast break coming. Bronco finish.
That's 7. That's a 7-point spread. One more stop, and this starts to get really nervous.
Yep, you're running out of time here, not just plays. The clock's no longer your friend when you're down by this much.
Yep, and look at that. See, now the pressure's the other direction. Look at this.
And another one, a fast break. And wow.
Now here we go, just like that. Bang, bang, back to a 2-possession game. And we want to see if Bray can just manage this right here.
Oh,
That's takeover.
Getting the badge help, but didn't hit it.
Good rebound by Sammy. Past the step back.
And they're trying to get to the badge. They're trying to get to their point guard. You can see the point guard ask for a center to go low, and he crabbed him once again. Something that he's had all game long, but the center's been able to step up. So with his center calling a down low play, he can get that look without worrying about the center stepping up in his face.
Contested three is going to be no good. 7-point game. Kingpins with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 15 earlier in this quarter.
Both PGs going down the wire with badge.
Bray feeling confident that he can get that ISO once again and
deep.
take advantage
oh my God,
of it.
That was deep.
Eyeballs A. Corner three. No good. Defensive rebound and the foul inside of 2 minutes. So no fouls to give for the rest of the game.
They needed that shot.
The only way is if there's an overtime. Let's see how this game goes. Bray with the ball. Going back and forth, killing time. In my opinion, this is smart. If you're able to play slow and score, then go for it. But don't just be too arrogant with it. Bray gets the mid-range. That's good. And that's exactly how they wanted to play it. They wanted to get a mid-range, a 3 or something. Just something quick while running down the clock, getting the LA traffic out of this game one. Jolo goes up, gets blocked from behind. Offensive rebound. Bronco. Deep. Shoots the 2, I believe. No good.
Tough situation here, and that's a 3-possession game with 30 seconds left. At this point, it looks like we're on the game 2. I don't see any timeouts being called, and the floppings commenced. So that's just the way it is. That's game 1 in the books. You want to forget about that? There it is. There you go. That's what we do best. We close out. Yeah. We close up and we move on to the next one. Have a short memory. It's a championship game. That didn't mean nothing. We got a long series. Just like that. And that's big body losers. That's for the winners as well. You don't want to go in thinking, hey, this is the series. It's over. A little too quick. Because the other guys are going to come in intense with a game plan and ready to make adjustments. At some point, he's got to adjust.
And defensive rebound. It was fumbled all around. Fast break coming, and looks like they're trying to burn clock and take smart shots. Alley-oop to Sammy, and it's good.
And they definitely got the looks. I'm sure they're going to have those conversations right now in between games about, hey, I'm open. The point guard and the player will talk about, call your icon.
Yep.
And we forget when we were talking about the different levels of 2K. When you're talking about select, even though it's a championship, it's still people refining their skills and getting better. And something like I'm open, opposed to here's my icon, calling out your icon in a tight game like that where milliseconds are on the line that make a difference.
And you have to talk quick and you have to talk fast. If you say, hey, I've got a back door here, you missed the back door. You've already talked about it. You got to say backdoor square and then have the point, you've got to be really tight. And you're right. That's advanced level teamwork and advanced level chemistry. And, this series is there for LA if they can find it. If they can work a little bit more as a unit and work that ball to those open shots and hit them, it's a different game too. If not, it might be the same result.
Absolutely.
Well, game 1 is in the books, and we'll be right back after this message from UPA.
Over the years, we've seen leagues scamming you out of money, not paying out as advertised, operating illegally, and most importantly, not doing their part to promote you and your team when you've accomplished a feat. You win and it does move your draft stock a bit. We're working together to bring an official structure to the Pro-Am community called the UPA, Unified Pro-Am Association. We will have UPA certified leagues. Here are the benefits of playing in a UPA certified league. First, UPA certified leagues offer guaranteed payouts as advertised. WR, MPBA, and later Prestige Area and their affiliate leagues have served the community since 2015. We've seen dozens of leagues create a Twitter, provide a Cash App, and disappear overnight. UPA certified leagues are safe.
There is no reason you should have to play 3 or more finals in one night. The UPA will take into consideration for all NBA 2K League qualifying events. There may be overlap, but we will do what we can to limit it. There is often confusion among league rules. The UPA will have a clear set of rules across the board. Also, you cheat in one, you will be banned from them all. The risk to cheat is higher than ever. This will create a way safer and cleaner competitive Pro-Am experience.
UPA certified leagues offer the most direct connection to the next level. When you play in UPA leagues and tournaments, it's guaranteed you will have the attention of scouts, coaches, and GMs at the next level.
UPA certified leagues have zero tolerance for discrimination based on race, gender, national origin, religion, or sexual orientation. Anyone in violation will be brought before a council and require sensitivity training or face a lifetime ban from all UPA leagues.
Last, we've heard your ideas to have one unified national Pro-Am champion, and we're answering the call. That's right, one true amateur champion. Beginning in the post-draft, you'll only be able to earn entry into the National Pro-Am Championship from events hosted by UPA certified leagues. Winners of these events will automatically qualify for the National Championship Tournament, and at-large bids will be awarded based on NAP's innovative legacy leaderboard scoring system, applied only to UPA leagues.
And we're back, ready for game 2. Game 1 did go to the Brooklyn Kingpins, and we're ready for game 2 to get started. This is a best of 5 series. I am your play-by-play commentator, Coach J2K, along with color commentators X-Man and SCV2K. Guys, what about game 1?
I mean, really, when you look at it, Brooklyn came out. They basically exerted their will. They won that game. They played their game. LA has to make an adjustment, or it's going to be the same game 2. LA's strategy is not going to work unless they flip it out a little bit.
Scoring in game 1. If you really look at it, even right out the gate, it was a 16-26 game, and even on the lower end side of it, 15's where you want to keep it, and them being above that shows that they're averaging higher than normal.
And tip-off is going to go to the Kingpins. Same uniform, same home court and everything as last game. So no changes in looks. We're going to have the same kind of game, but hopefully we'll see maybe a different result, or it'll be some of the same. We'll just find out 30 minutes from now. Bronco pass to B More. B More steps right, goes to eyeballs A. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Got to put up something. And he does. No, it's not in time. Shot clock violation. First possession for the Traffic is a turnover.
And that's the tough situation right there for the shooting guard to get the rock and have to throw up some trash. But hey, that's the gig, man.
Really, what you got to have there is your big men have to just go down there and get ready for an offensive rebound because you're chucking something up.
And inbound to Bray, NYC.
Now, Braden and Center continue to work on their chemistry, even here in the finals.
And a little bit of a lopsided alley-oop there. And it's going to be no good. Ball went the other way, and a foul is called.
Half a second late on that. Half a second late.
Yeah. And looks like a little bit of a change for the Kingpins. As you saw, Bray NYC, it's his stream that we're watching. He made a couple changes there on the side. And now we are a minute and a half in, and we are still scoreless.
Yeah, you can see the nerves have wore off, and even though they're comfortable, they might be a little too comfortable.
Yeah, it looks like they've settled on defense, and now they're trying to figure things out on offense for both sides.
Yeah, both sides have got to use the corners. Both teams are pre-rotating off the corners. They're leaving them open, and they're challenging the pick and roll, and both teams are running right into it as opposed to kicking it out and getting that open three.
At this point, it seems like whoever figures out that in the corner can give themselves quite an edge in the series.
Yeah, because then they're going to open up the drive because they won't be able to swing.
Absolutely.
Roan's World with the ball. Now Bray. 12 seconds.
Dive.
Sniper Lil going to hit that one for three.
Let's go.
That's
Dive
exactly.
To the corner. Way to have eyes there.
And it's funny how it has to be not. Sometimes it's not the point guard that opens it up because the point guard's just so score hunting that they don't see it. And you get the ball to the center, you get the ball to the power forward. He starts playing. Who's open? Dot to the corner.
Easy play. Great play. And there's our first score of the game coming up on under the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, this defense is thick.
Bronco driving left, goes up, slam.
Ooh.
Funny, that time they didn't. They showed from the corners. They were baiting. Made the right read.
Now, I always have this debate with my buddies. They say two's just a two, but when you get a two like that, the other team feels it emotionally, and I feel like that two's a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's about your team. I think it's about getting your team hooting and hollering and making everybody feel good. You know, momentum is key in this game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I feel.
Yeah.
And a bit of a poster on the last play by Roan's World. And right now, coming back on the other end, the LA Traffic, they get a dunk for two on the inside.
Ooh, big body at the half court, something that you know that they've talked about, being that Bray's been bumped at the half court for some stops. And the center's really showing up there and saying, hey, I haven't forgot about you. I know I'm your security card. Let me handle that for you. Sammy doing well. Oof. Probably didn't want to do the fade there, but, you know, these situations happen and we're all working on our craft, and I'm sure he wishes he had that one back.
And a foul right there. It's going to be the first foul within 2 minutes. Eyeball Zay was the one who attempted the layup, missed, but will go to the line for two. First free throw is no good. Rattled around a little bit and bumped out. Second shot, no good. Both free throws missed.
You can feel the pressure right now. I mean, this game is 5-4. We're almost through the first quarter. I mean, every little beat is coming harder for both teams.
Yeah. It seems, though, that right there we see a steal by Eyeball Zay. He's going to step back a little bit. Little tougher this year on the next-gen version to make free throws. If you want to make free throws, you actually need to make sure you either focus and know your shot or you up your free throw skill on your attributes. What do you think of that change this year on next-gen versus current-gen or any other versions?
I like it better this year, but they may have gone a little too far. I mean, I don't know if to determine.
Are we really talking about free throws, Coach?
Hey,
free throws.
The little things matter.
No. Oh no, Coach. Oh no. You know what I'm gonna need? I'm gonna need a 50 overall attribute, no badges, and green.
And the mid-range there is going to be no good. Defensive rebound. Kingpins not as off to a large of a start as they had before. So a little bit of life coming in this first quarter from the traffic, but still, it's mostly life from their defense. 8-6 right now. The Kingpins had, I believe, 21 or close to it at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, what was the score at the end of the first quarter, game one? Anybody got the screenshot?
I do not. Bray tried to toss an alley-oop. Roan's World gets the offensive board, goes up, layup, good.
I mean, it feels like this has basically been an even match after the first quarter of game one. You know, they had a big lead and they held on to it, and it's been basically just back and forth since.
Bronco for three, going to be no good at the buzzer. So first quarter score is going to be 10-6. Kingpins leading the way, but not as huge as they were before. So LA Traffic looking to make game two theirs and even this series up early.
Yeah, they definitely are. And we talked about how in the first game, the first quarter was above average with scoring. And you can see in this game, after some adjustments, it's below average.
Yeah,
So you
both
can
teams
see
did
that
turn
both
the
teams
defense up.
absolutely, and you can see that now they're working through those adjustments, and we'll see who comes out with the big possible lead, or if the game stays close.
Step back Shan shoots a three. It's good.
That's something that we did not see in game one, was using that hash coming into the center, designed play there. That could be the next big piece of the Kingpin offense.
Anytime you can get easy points, just like you're seeing here, or an easy opportunity, that's definitely what you want to do. And for the most part, you would think that's up to the point guard to call the play. But sometimes when you're so focused on scoring for your team and that's your role, sometimes you need a teammate to say, hey, I'm here for you, man. Look for me.
Bray down the middle, layup, good.
Your point guard wants to feel like he doesn't have to do it alone. And so often they just feel like, I've got to get a bucket, I've got to get a bucket, I've got to get a bucket. And your teammates want to say, hey, sometimes we can make it easy on you.
Fast break coming. Step back Sam goes up. Is it falling? Yes.
Now here's a situation where you got an 11-point lead. You got to slow the game down, get yourself some good looks, and close that gap.
The Traffic, they really need to determine what kind
that's a fantastic play.
That's a great block.
That was a fantastic block. Is that Jolo?
And what I was saying is Traffic need to determine what kind of pace they want on both sides of the floor. Right now, they need to focus on whenever they have the ball, because if they just let the defense, the Kingpins defense, determine the pace, they're in for a world of hurt.
Now, we're absolutely in a bad place right now. There's no other way to put it. And the defense slides for an easy three, I guess you would say. But the defense needs to tighten up on both teams. On both teams. And there's another open look. We just talked about it. I don't know if servers are sliding, but defenders are not riding. Now you've closed the gap down here. You got a 6-point spread. You're coming up on 2 minutes. Where's that big body? Oh, there's the pass up we talked about, the adjustments. Now that's a big deal because he's been getting that bump, and the look that I was looking for was the center to come back with the big body, but they adjusted, and they had his power forward waiting for him at the hash for a good get up. Anything that can make it easier on your point guard in these types of series is what you want to do. There's energy levels, and every time a negative play happens, you can feel it emotionally. So anything positive outside of that is something you want to give as a boost to them.
Sammy Peace will be seeing the cops for that one after that.
Jolo trying to drive a little bit, defending the ball with his back to the defender. Spin move, dunk!
That's what you need. You need something to get a rise out of your team. That was a nice play. Bray wants a three right here.
Bray. They're looking for the pop. They know it's coming, so Bray's looking to go downhill. Double teamed.
And that's going to be a legal screen.
Illegal.
You can see the center's frustration there, being open on the pop. Things just kind of happen like that when you miss open men. That's on the point guard. He's got to stay locked.
Down 6 and just forced a turnover. Opportunity right here. Bronco going to shoot a moving three. No good.
Need a better shot at that situation.
You definitely got to set your feet and take advantage of that open look.
It's early in the shot clock. You know, you need buckets. You can't take missed shots at this point if you're down.
And that's something you can see both teams are struggling with right now. They're really rushing the offense or maybe holding it a little heavy.
Good rotation on defense
Yeah.
and a defensive rebound. Eyeball Zay with the ball now. Tried to get a fast break going, but nothing there. Jolo layup and good.
Jolo continues to be very active, very integral part of this team. You can see he's a bucket getter, whether it be on the pop or on the roll. He's looking to get a bucket. He's looking to keep the team moving, and you can tell that's why they've come this far.
Steal, Be-More, alley-oop, and Jolo with the finish.
This has been a Jolo-fueled run. I mean, since that dunk, it's been 3 straight buckets, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game.
And that's exactly what I was talking about putting it in your own hands and maybe taking it out of the point guard's hands. And that's the way to do it right there. Be aggressive. Look for it. Want the ball.
Those have been the 3 easiest buckets of the game, and they've been because Jolo's making the runs and they've been the easy passes. There's more out here than just, sort of shooting from afar with no, from 28 feet.
Bray hits the 3. Shot clock dead with 9 seconds left. It's a 5-point game. Let's see if they can get this a little closer right here before the end of the half.
Now, in that last possession, they had a couple good stops, but I'd like to see a rebound so we can take advantage of that transition.
Yeah. I don't know if we're really talking enough about the lock on Brooklyn here. He's playing really, really well.
Bumpy. Very bumpy. Yeah, you've seen it throughout the game.
Yeah, he's. I mean, it's been
possible
really
lead,
tough,
or if the game stays close.
And a look at our halftime highlights. Step back,
Anything that
Sam
can
with
make
the
it
3
easier
right
on
there.
your point guard.
Bray pass inside.
These types of
Sammy
series.
with the Jolo poster. trying to drive a little Jolo. bit. Here's that spin move again. Big move with the finish. Then a pass out to Bray. Bray. That Bray we just saw 10 seconds ago. And there we go. That's your halftime highlights.
All right. You got 10 minutes of ball to stay for your season.
Big bodies incoming.
There you go. There it is.
Great pass to Be-More.
It's there for LA.
To see there.
Yep. That's the right read. That was right on time. It was like bing, bam, boom. That's what you want. You want that rhythm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's something that they've struggled with all game long. And finally, when you get it like that, you get a different kind of confidence.
Yeah. And what's going to happen now? That's not a good read.
Oh, that
was a
he
terrible
stepped
read.
in. He did not need to step in, that defender.
Maybe he reached. Maybe he was trying to go for the steal. But you just got to sit there. All you need to do is just be there as a defender, and that's going to contest that shot. You don't need to reach. You don't need to hit square.
And that's how you know that. Let's be quite honest. He's not paying attention. He's flying over to the center, and the screen hasn't even hit. So in that situation, if I was his teammate, I'd be pretty vocal about what he needs and needs not do from here on out.
Yeah, less is more when you're defending the corners like that. Sometimes you just got to sit there and have discipline to not move.
People get in this game and they think swing is everything. You got to read before you swing.
Yes, you have to swing at the right time. Swing at the wrong time and you're dead.
Well, it's early in the third quarter. 3:50 left in that quarter. 25-20, the Traffic. Good chance to come back in this game. But the Kingpins, they want to hold on to this lead and go on to game 3 up 2-0. Right there, a foul.
Jolo's playing higher now, trying to take the 3 away, and it's working. And they're pushing Bray too far out of his range. He's been missing. This game is not over. LA can still find this. If they can put this together, the key is starting to unlock for them.
And when it's a 2-possession game like that, it's not going to take much. Just a little bit of defense and a little bit of heart.
Truth is, they need to start feeding Jolo. Jolo's starting to feel it. That was a really nice play there. Second little beat there to make sure that was a dunk. Didn't fall for the bait. That was really well done.
And you can see the corner staying home there, making a difference, making it more difficult. And there he is, making the play. Pivotal. Now, we talked about this throughout the game, throughout the series, and there's a difference in the game. When you make those adjustments that we can all see as a team, as a player, as a commentator, that's going to take you everywhere you need to go.
And just like that's a tie ball game. I mean, LA's starting to unlock this. They're starting to find the open shots in the perimeter. They're making more passes right now than Brooklyn is.
Bray with the ball. He's been very key
Come
to
on.
their offense. Sammy, though, he's going to pump fake, get the layup.
That was a good swing, though. Like, he didn't quite get there, but that's when you do swing.
Am I missing something here, Coach? Did I see a center pass up an open three?
I did.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. Great play, way to finish that up, but great job
This
by
is
the
championship
PG. Let's not
basketball.
voice out. Absolutely. Hey, a bucket's a bucket. Be ready to shoot.
Bray with the ball. Defender. Pick and roll action. Sammy P's gonna finish.
You know what,
Starts
though?
with the big body.
But you'll let him have that. I mean, like, let him have two. You're starting to find threes, you know? You can't stop everything. And if at the end of the day, oh, that was weird. He, like, flagged out.
And an answer with their own pick and roll.
Both teams playing really high, trying to take the three away, and the solution is, you know, rim run on the pick and roll. Look at Joe, 6 for 7 and 4 assists.
Under 2. I believe we got fouls to give on both sides.
Yes, we do.
Strategy should be in play here. This is where corners should be staying home and everybody should be playing their best defense.
Bray got through the big man and was able to finish.
Everybody's really tightening up on the perimeter. You're going to see a lot of dunks. You're going to have to work for your threes now.
And for both teams combined, the last 6 plays have all been interior. They have not been made threes. And another one right there.
Good discipline.
Imposing his will.
Sometimes you run out of problems there when your hash has the ball there and he wants it too hard, but he was patient and he made the pass.
Right now, it's an inside game, as I mentioned before.
Good foul.
The last 7 field goals have been interior plays. They've been majority dunks and layups, but there was a mid-range shot by the Traffic.
Right now, you can absolutely see a difference in both centers right now. Jolo really taking it to his opponent, showing, hey, I'm the dominant center here, and it's going to be my team that holds that championship trophy at the end of it all.
Great pass, and it's a great 3.
Look at the difference between the closeout on the 3 and the other side that ended up being a miss and that which was wide open. This is corner play, like we said. If you can find those shots in the corners, you're going to win the game.
And now, Traffic with the 3-point lead. Sniper with the ball to Bray. Back to Sniper. Passes out of a shot. It's stolen. Fast break. Jolo on his own. Up and slam.
I told you, this guy's just feeling it. And he's not just feeling it, he's whining it. And he's not just whining it, he's doing it.
4 seconds on the clock. Deep pass. Tipped. Stolen. Pass. And Ibalze will not get a shot up in time for that buzzer beater.
19-9. They just won that quarter by 10. This is a different series if LA wins this game.
36-31 as we start the fourth quarter. And the LA Traffic, they want to push this to a game 4. Bray, mid-range, no good.
Now, we know Rankham's put a lot of good teams together over the years, and you can see that anyone could be feeling really good about picking up a guy like Jolo. And he's probably thinking right now, you know what? I'm really proud about that kid.
B more. Has some space. Drive. Mid-range. No good. Offensive board. Jolo to baby boy Jody. 10 seconds.
See the timing on that
behind the back. Drive. Dunk.
Let's go. Now,
Jolo has inspired his whole team. They are screaming. I guarantee you they're screaming on their chat right now. They are pumped up.
The energy is amazing. We can feel it out here.
Bray with the ball. Goes left. Step back a little bit. Working it around. The defender jumps. Nothing there. Sammy. 5 seconds shot clock. Pass inside. It's tipped. Got to get it to the corner. Sniper for 3. No good.
Contest.
Defensive rebound. 2 on 2. 2 on 3. Now it's 5 on 5.
Jolo with an out of position rebound. How's he getting it done?
It's the hair.
It's got to be the hair.
And a charge. And right now, the Traffic You know, we've only had 2 points scored in the past minute and a half. It is slow starts to some of these quarters.
Yeah, this game too is definitely like we talked about with the adjustments being made, the defense a lot tighter.
But you see what's happening
staying
now.
home.
Yeah, well, you see what's happening now is that LA is reading what Brooklyn's doing. LA is seeing it coming. All three collapsed on the pick and roll there, and he threw it right into it.
Yeah,
He's kind of
definitely
predetermining. He's
effort.
not reading. He's not reading. He's predetermining where he wants to go in LA, and LA is seeing it coming.
And still scoreless for 2 minutes in this fourth quarter for the Kingpins as a
grabbed him
three
into
right
three, and
there.
all of a sudden, this is a flood.
10-point game, just under 3 minutes. The bolts are tightening.
And a steal.
Ray's frustrated.
Baby boy Jody, 3, good.
Ooh, I'm not going to say that's the dagger right there, but if we don't get a response within these next couple possessions, you definitely see where this game's going.
This is a series, though, so it's not just about winning this game. It's about not leaving this game frustrated. You need to know where your buckets are, and all of a sudden, LA has completely stopped Brooklyn.
Midi.
And the mid-range, no good. The shutdown continues. And a block. Maybe a transition bucket right here. Let's see what happens.
A great transition defense. YOLO's to stop that whole tire fast break.
Bray, 10 seconds, alley-oop, and nothing. It was out of bounds, and that's gonna do it.
That was an incredible second half by LA. They completely solved the problems. They got their head together. They rallied as a team, and they absolutely destroyed them in the second half. This is a new series.
And that's what we talked about. Who's going to make the adjustments? And you can see
when
the
it's
losing
a
team
two-possession
coming
game like
back,
that, it's not
making
going to
those
take much.
adjustments, staying home on
Defender.
the corners, playing
Pick and roll
better
action,
defense,
Sammy
and getting
Peace.
that pick and roll working. I'm not, Jolo.
And a stolen fast break. Jolo on his own up and slam to baby boy Jody. 10 seconds. Behind the back, drive.
Somebody that I'd be looking at strongly.
I mean, LA's entire offense.
Baby boy
just
Jody,
got
3,
energized
good.
in defense when they just started attacking. Go ahead and go for that too. Get off. If they're playing high, take the dunk. Got him hot. Got him fired up. He took over. They won the game.
And so, series tied 1 apiece. There will be a game 4. The question now is, will there be a game 5, or will we see 2 games in a row go to one of these teams? And we're going to be right back after a word from our main sponsor, UPA.
Over the years, we've seen leagues scamming you out of money, not paying out as advertised, operating illegally, and most importantly, not doing their part to promote you and your team when you've accomplished a feat. You win and it does move your draft stock a bit. We're working together to bring an official structure to the Pro-Am community called the UPA, Unified Pro-Am Association. We will have UPA certified leagues. Here are the benefits of playing in a UPA certified league. First, UPA certified leagues offer guaranteed payouts as advertised. WR, MPBA, and later Prestige Area and their affiliate leagues have served the community since 2015. We've seen dozens of leagues create a Twitter, provide a Cash App, and disappear overnight. UPA certified leagues are safe.
There's no reason you should have to play 3 or more finals in one night. The UPA will take into consideration for all NBA 2K League qualifying events. There may be overlap, but we will do what we can to limit it. There is often confusion among league rules. The UPA will have a clear set of rules across the board. Also, you cheat in one, you will be banned from them all. The risk to cheat is higher than ever. This will create a way safer and cleaner competitive Pro-Am experience.
UPA certified leagues offer the most direct connection to the next level. When you play in UPA leagues and tournaments, it's guaranteed you will have the attention of scouts, coaches, and GMs at the next level.
UPA certified leagues have zero tolerance for discrimination based on race, gender, national origin, religion, or sexual orientation. Anyone in violation will be brought before a council and require sensitivity training or face a lifetime ban. from all UPA leagues.
Last, we've heard your ideas to have one unified national pro-am champion, and we're answering the call. That's right, one true amateur champion. Beginning in the post-draft, you'll only be able to earn entry into the National Pro-Am Championship from events hosted by UPA certified leagues. Winners of these events will automatically qualify for the National Championship Tournament, and at-large bids will be awarded based on NAP's innovative Legacy Leaderboard scoring system, applied only to UPA leagues.
And welcome back. We're about to get game 3 started. A tied series right now, one apiece in this best of 5 series. I'm Coach J2K, joined with the X-Man and SCV2K as well. And this is going to be game 3 starting right now. Guys, what do you think was the difference in that game 2 that turned it around for the Traffic to tie up the series?
It was YOLO. I mean, they woke up YOLO, and it was a different series once he really got his hand on the ball. It was a different game at halftime. He started getting those dunks on the pick and roll, and all of a sudden he just took over. Brooklyn needs the answer.
I've really seen the Traffic make those adjustments from game 1 to game 2 and really making an X and O's game that was that played in their favor.
Yeah, there were mistakes early in the first half of game 1 that LA made, and they are not making them anymore.
And with the series tied at 1-1, we're here for the long haul.
Yeah.
Well, for the third time in a row, the jerseys stay the same, the uniforms stay the same, and the tip-off stays the same. For the third time in a row, the Kingpins start with the ball. Now, I haven't been really paying close attention to the tip-off. Is it possible that it might be a defensive tip? And a good mid-range right there as the Traffic, they start off the game.
I think you're going to start to see Brooklyn really focus on YOLO.
Bray coming out the gate. You haven't seen from anything that's happened in game 1. He's already forgotten and going aggressively down the hole to get him some buckets for him and his team.
Bronco gets a crab, shoots a three, going to be no good. A defender in the back, but also a defender in the front. As the big man was also there too. Bray driving, gets fouled by Jolo.
Brooklyn's really got to get step back Sam going here. They are cheating in off the hash on those drives, and he can shoot. They should be getting some easy threes to force people out of the paint.
And Sammy Peace with the layup, no good. Another slow start, minute and a half. There's only 4 points on the board.
And that tells you this is a well-balanced game here, and it's really going to come down to who's got the better skill set.
Bronco just gets across the half line before the 8-second violation. Pick and roll, not going to take it. Bronco working that Curry slide. Eyeballs A, steps up on the jump, and it's going to hit a three.
I think this game's going to be about the hashes. Last game was about can you work the corners. I think this game it's going to rotate away from the hashes.
Yep, and we're on our third phase of adjustments here.
Sammy Peace with the ball.
It's not Sammy Peace though. I don't think you want your center. Like that's not. They don't have the guys in the right spots.
Well, so far this has been a series of patterns. So far, each game played at the Traffic. Uniforms have stayed the same because of that. And not only that, a good start for one team getting out to 5-2 the past two games. Kingpins are up 5-2. This time, it's the LA Traffic up 5-2 and now 8-2.
Now, Bray continues to play with the style where he wants the crab, and you can tell his dribbles are set up in a way that he can get the crab, and that's something that plays into his play style. And he continues to try and impose that will. Great pass to the corner.
Yep, that's what they've been missing is that he's been hitting that too late and allowing the corner to get back. And that time he hit him right on the step in, easy three.
And at the end of game two, you actually seen the corners missed a lot of open threes. It's nice for your point guard or whoever's passing into the corner to actually see some production when you hit the dot.
And Bronco for three.
Now, I'm sure Bray doesn't want to come up to the left, but he's damn sure getting bumped to the left. And it's putting his shooting guard into a position where he needs to make a decision a little bit earlier, rotate over to the right side. That way they're not catching that jumbo on the left, and that can go wrong really quick.
And an alley-oop play for the Kingpins right there, making it 11-7 with 1:15 left. As Bronco among three defenders.
Sliding through like a hot knife through butter. Three defenders closing in, but not one getting a hand on them. Let's go.
All that's going to do is force those swings earlier, which means those corners are going to be open earlier. The next time, he should kick it to the corner for the three.
Now, as long as he can play that chess and not checkers, he's going to be in control.
Yep. I mean, the LA defense is just...
Jolo down the middle. Now, they missed him in that situation, but you got to be looking for your star player, especially on the fast break late on the train.
Jolo pop.
Pop.
Jolo with the pop. It's
Jolo.
good.
Let's go. Now, my early MVP pick coming through. Maybe it's the hair. Just don't care.
If Jolo is popping and hitting threes now, coming off those pick and roll drives that he's been doing, this is going to get really tough for Brooklyn real quick.
Sammy with the ball. Pass to a wide open step back Sam for three.
The key for Brooklyn, step back Sam. Step back Sam needs 15 to 20 points in this game for Brooklyn to get back to a smooth offense. It's open.
And you can see he's one of those shooters who loves to shoot and ready to go when he gets the ball. When he calls his own play, maybe something that he should do a little bit more as we go through the series.
And into the first quarter, it's a bit different. The LA Traffic with the lead 16-10.
Now you can see Bronco here faked like he was going right and then went left to stay away from a shooting guard, something we talked about, Bray getting bumped by the other lock in that same manner. Let's see what happens here and how that lock bumps or forces Bray to side.
Bray's making he's making the right reads now. Like he's driving when he needs to drive, he's kicking when he needs to kick, he's finding Jolo when he needs to find Jolo. There's not much Brooklyn's doing that's confusing him.
And you can see the defender continues to push him into his own teammates, forcing him into the side of the hash where his own teammates at. Really imposing his will. And I've seen that throughout the series, and I expect that to actually continue if he doesn't make the adjustment for the pass up or his center comes over for the big body full court.
Bronco to be more alley-oop.
And you can see also that that was a pre-made call right there. They were ready to go. As soon as they got that look where the defender was pre-reading from the corner, they took advantage. Easy points. Keep doing it. Make them stay home.
And if this trend continues right now, man, this game might be over before the fourth quarter comes along. The Kingpins have to get something figured out. They are scoreless right now.
I think somebody quit out. Somebody lagged out.
Well, we're going to find out in just a minute. And just a quick look, just real quick, look at this beautiful three from Jolo. Bronco
that's
to be more
play.
alley.
Sorry, that's a nice play too.
So that was an alley-oop. Here we
And
go.
that was that backdoor pop.
Jolo with the pop. It's good.
He caught that pass. Bray, who was his man to guard that, was below.
One last time. I'm sorry. It was just too beautiful. Slow motion edition. Just had
Bray
both
almost
defenders
over.
down there. Jolo 4-3. Wow. Beautiful game so far. And we'll be right back once we have more details about what's happened and whether that was the end of game 3 and we're moving on to game 4 or just what's going on. We'll be right back. Audio. And we're back. All right, it's me, Coach J2K, along with the X-Man and SCV2K.
What up?
So, just to clarify what's going on right now, it is the middle of the second quarter right now. Actually, we're going to play it like this. We're going to play third quarter, fourth quarter, and then finish what we lost in the second quarter. So, Both teams are going to play with a 10-point spread in favor of the Traffic. And they're the home team again on this one. Traffic win the tip because they were supposed to have ball in the third quarter to start. So it's fair for them. And so that's how they're going to do it. Good bucket right there on the inside, big finish. So right now, technically, the score is 10-2 with the Traffic leading. Now, another small detail. Once we get to the third quarter, it shows third quarter down here. Then we are going to go until the minute and 4-second mark. That way they play 3:56, which was how much time was left whenever the lag out occurred.
Yeah, X-Men, I think you've been totally right. This game, you've got to start watching what's happening, what the big man's doing on Brooklyn's, because he's actually kind of really not getting his guy free.
And early before the series started, we're talking about what centers were going to make the biggest impact. And as a point guard, I was well aware that big bodies make the difference, and you can see a difference in the levels. We always talk about levels on the timeline. Well, right here, you can see an extreme difference in levels when it comes to these two centers.
Ray got the crab there and got the three. That's what he needed.
Now, even though we're talking about levels, sometimes it could be a situation of trusting or opportunities. But you can see here when it's off the pick and roll, simple reads makes the difference. And right there, Jolo on the roll when he needs to be with the rebound because he gets position by rolling when he's supposed to. It's
Absolutely.
Really a simple game.
The timing on that got the rebound because the shot was open too. But if he had rolled a second later, he wouldn't have gotten the rebound.
Now, early in the game one, it was Jolo who was popping a little too far out when it came to him and his point guard syncing up for that pop play. But now I understand that he's a very aggressive player, and I'm sure in game one, in the first quarter, he was moving a little too fast. But once he settled in, you can see where he's at and where that aggressiveness takes him.
It's incredible what a confidence does. He's playing really hard right now because he knows he's playing well. Good pass by Bray.
Ron's World with a missed three.
Jolo bringing up the ball, telling the point guard, hey, I'm here for you, man.
And a blocking foul is called. Traffic with the ball. They're up by 8 right now with the 10-point spread, making it 13-5. Beemore with the ball. Going to dribble right past to Bronco. Bronco going to use the screen a little bit. Is it a pick and roll? Yes. Going to kick over to the wing. Corner. Baby boy Jody for 3.
And hitting that open three is not a money play. You got to still have skill, and you still got to make it go. Way to hit the shot, even though you're wide open.
And Ron's World with the answer from his own corner 3.
You know, those corners, they're going to get 4 shots a game, and sometimes they come in the most important parts of the game, and sometimes you're not comfortable because you haven't shot the ball in a quarter. You have to bury them. It's hard.
Yeah,
Big
it's not
finish
easy
by
being a
Jolo.
role player and being able to step up in a situation like that. And in my reference, it was to being naked out there when you're shooting. It's not easy as it looks, especially in a championship game like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jolo's or this center's high activity in the paint isn't exactly a coordinated way to go about this. He seems to be pressured. He can feel that Jolo's very active and it's beating him to the spots. So he's pressing a bit on that roll. He's indecisive, and it's kind of cluttering things up. In this situation, hopefully his point guard can talk to him and give him some simple gives and goes.
Bray for 3, going to be no good. Defensive rebound, fast break coming left corner. Eyeball Zay for 2. It's no good. Tip
It's a little
is
sloppy
out of
here.
bounds.
Yeah.
2-possession game for the lead. Coming up on under a minute.
Right now, score is 21-8.
Yeah.
We need to keep in mind that there is a 10-point spread. And Sammy Peace is going to shoot the 3. No good.
You know what? I don't know if he's hit one of those this series. I mean, they're giving it to him. They're like, go ahead, Sammy, pop on me.
Wow. And right there, Jolo with a big dunk on the inside.
Yep, it's a tough situation here, and the point guard's got to do what a point guard's got to do. And even if your center's not in a position to give you everything that you would want from him, you got to pick up the pace and help your teammate out. And that's the way to do it, is to keep him involved by making the play yourself.
You may just have to get him out of the pick and roll and get him on the perimeter and just play one-on-one.
That's always an option. And if that's what he feels comfortable with going with, it's definitely an option he should take advantage of.
It's tough. It's tough to tell your teammate, hey, I need you to kind of get out of the way. But, sometimes leadership makes he's making the tough decisions.
And there's the look.
There's one. Maybe he's got
And
it.
he redeems himself with a good open look, tough shot. Being that he's been struggling, shows like, hey, I'm still here. Get me the rock. And with a big three coming like that, it really puts a lot of pressure on continuing to build the lead. Now, Bray's been getting bumped all series, and there's that situation we talked about. Bang! But now he has the answer. As the shooting guard rotates over, he takes advantage of the cluster and heads right around it for an easy lane of the rack.
These guys are starting to
Bronco,
really feel Bronco. Working Bronco off the ball there beautifully.
And the deep one's going to be no good. That's the end of the first quarter after the reset. Score right now, 31-15.
Game's getting away from Brooklyn right now.
Deep three from Bray, almost logo. Actually was logo. It's going to be no good. Fast break. Bronco has nobody in front of him. Jolo has nobody in front of him.
Pass!
And a great pass right there.
And Bray's sharp takeover is not going to help him in that defensive situation.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to help him shoot from the A in LA traffic. Let's get to the F, Bray. Let's get to the F.
Dumb deep.
And a good three right there. A good open shot, but it did not hit. I thought I saw the animation start that he hit it.
Got the green
Bronco
animation.
for three.
He did, right?
And
Yeah.
didn't hit. Frustrating situation, but that's how you know momentum's not with you.
I'm telling you.
Step back Sam, he got the green animation, and it holds true.
Whether it's this game or the game 4, step back Sam and getting him open threes is going to be the secret to unlocking what LA's doing on defense.
At this point, with missing off that green light animation, you got to be cursing out Mike Wang, talking about, can we get a good game?
Yeah. So hard when you feel like you're fighting the game and the other team.
And there we go, open three. Bang! Right off the steal. He's got to be feeling good helping his team in a situation like this.
I like pressing a little bit more here.
Definitely, you can see the impact on it right away, but Jolo says no. Stay home, get disciplined. That's not going to work on me.
Yeah, Jolo probably has no problem with the press.
He continues to be able to adjust on the fly and really read every situation and make a decision. Now that's how you can see that the man's got high IQ and he's come a long way and has a long way to go because he can reach it with that IQ potential.
Bray trying to get by, and wow, over 2 defenders gets the buzzer beater layup. (37-25).
Great defensive play there. The point guard seen his center a little bit late, and they made him pay.
That's an incredible block. Who was that?
Oh,
Jolo's open, and he gets the... he misses the alley-oop. Be more. He misses the three. Left side over to Bronco.
3 people to get that rock. And mind you, he's on the shooter.
And that three is going to miss. Now the defensive board. Fast break coming. Bray going to pass to step back. Sam, green three.
For the lead. 2 minutes. Second half. Bronco looking for his bread and butter. His bread and butter Getting into the open man. Great look. You're going to live with that.
And good block by Zay, I believe.
Amazing play. You can see that they smell blood and they're going for it.
I believe that was Zay. If not, it was baby boy Jody.
Oof. Jolo getting open so easy on the roll that the corner is swinging over recklessly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a corner dot pretty soon.
Yeah.
And the ball's turned over. Going the other way now. 37-28, the Traffic with the lead. Eyeball Zay. Backing up. Mid-range. Good.
Keep it simple. A walk back, an old school move that's been working on 2K for absolutely years.
Sniper,
Easy
he's
read.
going to green 3 that one.
Hits his man in the corner. We were talking about how we can see the corner rotating over a little bit reckless now, seeing that the center is breaking down the defense.
Less than 5 minutes left in this game. And baby boy Jody, he's going to green a 3 right there. Wow.
Roseworld's just sitting in the paint doing nothing. I mean, you're not gonna
He's in his head. They're imposing their will, and you can see he's rattled. Whether it be frustration or you're just in your feelings.
Well, you know what?
It's time to get out.
That was a great piece of point guarding right there. Get him a shot. He blew the defense. Get him a chance feeling good. Get him back and playing good basketball.
Roan's World with that green 3 right there. And now a turnover, and it looks like right now there's some momentum for the Kingpins, but a missed 3 right there. Fast break coming. Eyeballs A, 3, good.
Wide open. We talked about those naked shots. Not always easy to hit, but he hits it lock and step.
$15 seconds. No shot clock. Bray driving. Pass behind him. Stolen. Eyeballs A. Activates. 3. No good. An offensive board. Eyeballs A gets a second chance right here. 3. And doesn't beat it. Doesn't make it. And that's going to be the end of the second quarter after the reset. Couple plays real quick. Let's just watch real quick these last few plays that we've seen. And right here, here's what I like. Jolo with the big dunk on the inside. Fast break coming. Bray. Pass to step back in. But a missed 3 right there. Fast break coming. Eyeballs A. 3. Good. In the right corner as we now are in the third quarter, which is actually the final quarter of this game 3. We are going until 1 minute and 4 seconds. Once we hit that, the game is over no matter what the score is, unless we need to have an overtime of sorts. Right now, 45-34. We would need to see the Kingpins leading on this scoreboard by 10 for it to be a tie game at the end of the time we've allowed.
Now, I'll be honest with you. As a player, sometimes all this stuff that's going on with the clock and time and when you get out here, you got to put all that to the side and just make sure you're playing the best basketball you can, putting your best basketball on tape, and continuing to play through. Because no matter what the score of the situation, you're going to need to perform to get a win.
Baby boy Jody shoots a 3, going to be no good. Second chance, Eyeballs A, 3.
That was a phenomenal pass by Jolo because I think he was looking corner first, and then that was covered, and he found the right guy at the hash, made the right read on the kick out.
And you can see that the team's looking for him now.
Yeah, they're playing through Jolo now, and it's working.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even that, it was a blown alley-oop. He still grabs it.
And that's going to be it.
That's the ballgame.
And you can see that they were flustered by the way that they couldn't keep the same tempo, and the other team was just playing faster than them. And when it gets to that point, faster than you can call an adjustments verbally in game, it's probably about that time, and they felt that it was.
Especially with what you're saying, select teams. These aren't teams that have been playing with each other for a while. There's not as much of that reservoir of trust and faith with your teammates, where you know where to go when your boy is struggling. Sometimes you hit these walls and there's nowhere to go, and you got to come up with a solution in the next 5 minutes, or the series is gone. It's going to be a really tough for Brooklyn to come back. They need a new idea. They're not going to be able to play this way and win the series.
Well, guys, we had a really great game from Jolo. How about we just see some highlight clips of him from that game right here? Just a Jolo highlight clip. Starting Jolo with the pop early on.
Before I don't know if he's hit one of those this series.
And then right here,
they're like
receiving the ball, going to be no good fast break. Bronco has nobody in front of him. Jolo finished another one on the fast break.
Getting him open threes.
And then right there, the alley-oop finish.
Definitely,
and a big poster on the inside
right away, but
after the reset. Man, what a series this has been so far. The Traffic looking for a little bit kind of like a reverse sweep per se after the Kingpins won game 1. What do you think is going to be the key for this game to go to game 5 for the Kingpins?
I think for the Kingpins to get to game 5, they've either got to get to some sort of 5-out type offense. They've got to get out of the pick and roll that's not working. I mean, unless you can fix it now, which I don't think you can, you need a new idea.
Well, on the Kingpin side, I'd like to see him call a couple more plays, because in situations where maybe guys aren't making the right decision or a quick enough decision, a play call takes that out of the equation. Instead of people making or second guessing their own decisions, everybody's got to play. Everybody can get on the same page, and then you can start to move a little bit faster and keep up pace with the LA Traffic. Now, on the LA Traffic side, we're talking about JoJo, and we're talking about his big plays, the explosive and energy, and we love to see that. But it's never not just one guy, and somebody who stood out to me in clutch situations who you could see wasn't coning up, but actually moving around, but not moving around reckless, but moving around to the right situation in the right spots. And that was Zay. Zay was coming through and actually got his takeover. And when he seen Jolo with the ball, he didn't just sit back and watch the game. He got involved and got himself open, and Jolo was ready to hit him.
His off-ball movement is what sets that up. I mean, they're playing through Jolo, which means all those perimeter guys are going to get shots if they find themselves open, because the defense is going to collapse on Jolo. He's dominating the game, which means you're going to be open if you get open. If you can get open, if you do those Dex moves, if you get to the side, if you don't just sit and wait, but you actually find a spot to get open, and he's been doing it and hitting the shots.
And now you're going to want to see if the Kingpins can adjust to that, because Zay's not going to cone up. And we'll see how that happens in this game 4 that we're headed into.
Well, the teams are right now searching. We're waiting to see opponent found, and that there are no issues between the two teams connecting. No lag outs of any kind. Great series we had, and we'll be right back. And we're back and taking a look at this lineup. The Traffic, Bronco, Eyeball Zay, Baby Boy Jody, Be More Pause, and Jolo. They have the series lead 2-1 over Kingpins, Bray NYC, Step Back Sam, Sammy Peace, Roan's World, and Sniper Lil. But that doesn't mean that they are out of it. It is a good series right now. 2-1 after a game 3 that included a reset. And I am Coach J2K, along with me the X-Man and SCV2K.
What up?
Okay, and then right away we can see Bray in the center trying to get on the same page. Center's having a little bit of happy feet here, so it's becoming difficult. And in a series like this, when you're struggling with chemistry on your own team, specifically the point guard and the center, sometimes these problems actually don't work themselves out. Actually, they become worse. And in this situation here, you can actually see it's becoming worse because the center's losing his confidence. So let's see where this goes.
And then your teammates lose confidence in you, and then all of a sudden the ball's not coming out right, and everything falls apart. It's easy.
We've definitely all been on that team.
Yeah, it's easy on defense when you to attack the weakness. If there's a weakness on the offense and you can work away from somebody, you can pretty much stop 4. If you can play 5-on-4, you can play.
And you absolutely know that the other team can see it as well. And Joe Lowe's known that since about halfway through game 1.
And we just saw a big alley-oop for the LA Traffic, as now they have the ball after step out of bounds.
And you can continue to see just what we continue to harp on with this point guard center situation. If they can't get it figured out, it's going to be a short night.
Yeah, because then you saw step back Sam there. He's just trying to do too much. He's like, hey, let me try to make something happen. But that's not his game. He's not going to be breaking people off the dribble.
Yeah, defensive rebound right there. And that alley-oop I just called a minute ago, just a second, eyeball Zay, fast break after the steal and the finish. And wow. But that alley-oop was from Bronco going to baby boy Jody Bray with the poster right there, finishing well.
And that's something that's got him a bucket throughout the series, is faking like you're going to even work the pick and roll and just blowing right past for a contact.
Bray's got to be feeling like he's kind of trying to have to do this by himself. And I think he's got to fight that. You'll never win if you just sort of say, hey, I have to play by myself. You've got to figure out how to use the pieces that you've got on your team and find buckets.
And back-to-back turnovers right there for the Traffic. Now the Kingpins will have the ball again. And it looks like it's going to be a defensive start right now. The ball being tipped back and forth. Ball goes out of bounds. It touched the Traffic last second.
And the center hasn't given up on himself. He's still fighting there. The last 2-3 defensive plays were made by him, so he hasn't checked out. He just needs to find his composure.
And the defense is there. It's what he's doing on offense is the challenge.
Eyeball Zay. And dribbling up the court, back up to the top of the court a little bit. Uses a screen, backing up 10 seconds. Looking for something, receiving a screen, goes up and dunk poster.
And you seen him work it at the last couple quarters of the last game. You could see he was really getting comfortable. And early in this game, he's decided to impose his will, seeing the softness in the defense. He said, hey, you know what? Give me the rock.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of if you're lock, if you're playing against a good team and a good lock, loosen it up a little bit by attacking the point guard. Make your offensive point guard play defense a little bit. Attack him at the hash.
And in my experience in the WR Select, that's usually been the teams that come out and have success. Because the point guard is under such an amount of pressure to perform, it's rare that you actually see one reach out to his teammates. It's the teammates who get aggressive and say, hey, you know what? Let me take that decision-making out of your hands. And when they get the rock, they don't pass it back. They go for blood.
And a blocked layup right there has the ball going the other way. Kingpin 3-ball right there. And they are up 11-8. The correction, that is going to be a mid-range 2.
Now, right here in the fourth game, we can finally see that the nerves are gone. The lackadaisicalness is worked out. We got ourselves a tight-knit, elite played game at this point. Everybody's playing their best, and it looks great out here. Look at Jolo doing 360 spins in the paint. I'd call that travel, but this is 2K.
Yeah. My concern was that I couldn't believe he had the ball in the paint for so long without that 3-second call, but it just didn't happen. What a move right there. A post shot.
Center coming over. Unsure of where he's going to be. He's looking to set that big body.
I mean, Jolo's not even playing him. He's not even playing. He's not even care about the center. He's literally 2-on-1. His Bray's playing 1-on-2 right now.
Bray for 3, no good. 2 seconds pass. Eyeballs A, buzzer beater. Good!
When Bray goes back and looks at the film, or when he hits the sheets tonight and he thinks about what went wrong, he's going to think about those 6 to 7 shots that he shot from dumb deep.
And Bray with a fast break dunk right there.
Brooklyn is having more success on defense than they had in games 2 and 3 right now. And that's leading them to getting some buckets on the fast break.
Yeah, you definitely got to give credit to the lock that's on Bray for those dumb deep shots, because Bray just can't get anything close within range. So when he feels open from that dumb deep range, it's kind of a desperation shot.
And Jolo there with an attempted 3, but it's going to be no good. Offensive board by baby boy Jody. And going to pass to Eyeball Zay. Trying to find something open. Jolo going to dribble in. 3 seconds. Goes up. Gets blocked. Defensive transition. Here we go. And Bray gets 2 defenders behind him. Smart foul by Eyeball Zay right there. Slowing things down. And plenty of time, plenty of fouls to give. So a good time to use one.
We've been critical of the big men on Brooklyn, but they have been playing great defense in the first quarter here. First half.
And a block by Jolo.
Jolo returns the favor.
And back and forth, you can see the centers dueling in and out to see which team is going to win.
The intensity level of this game has ratcheted up quite a bit. Everybody's selling out, looking at loose balls, looking for deflections. Everybody wants it right now.
The big thing for me right now is not only Jolo, how well he's playing, but how about Bronco? He has been just a huge playmaker in these past few games.
Putting his ego to the side isn't always the easiest thing. And you would think in basketball, you just want to pass to the open man. But in this game of 2K that grooms our point guards to be scorers and critical when we don't pass, it's nice to see that he's out there, ego to the side, and getting his teammates involved for the simple play.
I don't think Bronco's taking many bad shots.
Bray looking for space, gets the crab, going to go in anyway. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Step back Sam, looking for space, going to kick out. Sammy Peace, 3. No good, and defensive rebound. Fast break coming, Eyeballs A. Over to Bronco, alley-oop, and baby boy Jody with the alley-oop finish.
I don't know what Brooklyn's supposed to do, but Sammy Peace has not hit a perimeter shot. I mean, he's hit 1 in the series, and, it's not working. Look at him. Jolo just can ignore him. Jolo could just leave him and challenge the rim run.
2:25 left in the second quarter, 20-15 as Jolo gets a finish on the inside. And this is game 4 as the series is being led by the Traffic.
Brooklyn has to get close. They cannot let this to get to be 10 points again, and you're just that far away with, this is an elimination game. You've got to stay close.
And that's the second time in a row that Bray goes ahead and just doesn't even work the pick and roll and aggressively takes an angle to get a lane for just a straight downhill to the rack. See, and that's an adjustment he's making, being that him and his center aren't on the same page, and it's basically you got to dance with who you brought with. He's figuring out a way to make it look good on the run.
Shot clock violation called right there as I don't think the Traffic really knew what to do right there.
Well, they just played the entire possession through Eyeballs A as opposed to through Bronco.
Now, here we go again. You can see Bray trying to make an adjustment.
You can just see Yolo completely ignoring the big man, whoever's in the screen, whether it's Sammy Peace or whether it's the other big man. Jolo doesn't care. He's not worried about the big man on offense.
And you can see that he's communicated to his corners to go ahead and stay home, that his point guard, even if the center rolls, doesn't have eyes.
Yeah.
And one steal led to another one coming right back in an open bucket.
Brooklyn's offense is all coming from their defense and from a little bit of rim running. That's really all Brooklyn's getting right now.
Off balance 3 by Bronco. Doesn't work out for him. Fast break is going to be backed up by Bray. Trying to find something open. 53 seconds, 22-19 as we're approaching halftime.
Look at that. I mean, just wide open, Sammy piece on the corner, on the perimeter. Nobody cares.
And a great play right there by Bray as he gets open and gets to the rim, making it a 1-point game. And a foul is going to be called. No fouls to give. Oh, was it a technical foul? It's a hack-a-shack foul.
Under 2 minutes
Under
here.
2 minutes,
It didn't
yeah.
look like
Yeah.
they didn't have one to give. Way to stay involved. The center's still competing. And with a play like that, it didn't matter what happened before. He's got the lead now.
Brooklyn's defense, Brooklyn has gotten quite a few steals in this game. They've been playing passing lanes. They might be seeing a little bit more what Bronco's doing.
And a missed shot right there. 4-second difference between game and shot clock as a foul is called right there. No fouls to give still.
And even though Sammy's made some mistakes in the past, he continues to give his team an opportunity to be in position to win. And when you're playing in WR Select with teammates that you're going with, that's all you can ask for.
I mean,
And
Sammy
there's that
Peach must be
competitive
hearing us.
spirit. Absolutely. I'm just really excited to see that out of somebody who's been struggling all series.
I love
He's
it. That's
now
how
the
we're going to
hero.
get a game 5. That's how we're going to get a game 5. Look at him. He got his badge. He got his takeover by playing defense, and that allowed him to hit his shots. If he can get a couple more threes here, they get it. Here you go. Oh, good defense. Really good
defense
rotation
right there.
Because
Going to
the
the
point guard is
playback.
under such an amount
Good
of
three right
pressure
here.
to
Sammy
perform.
piece in the
No
first
good.
quarter.
2 seconds.
And
Then
pass.
right here, buzzer
Eyeball
beater by
Zay. Buzzer
Eyeball
beater.
Zay.
Oh!
Wow.
Zay
Then
over to
moving on,
Bronco.
Bronco.
Alley-oop
Alley-oop
and
to baby boy Jody.
boy.
shot.
Great
And then he's
play.
at one in
Big
the
poster
series,
here coming from Bray.
It's not working.
Boom,
Be
right
in
there.
position to win.
Bray gets
And
the
when
ball
you're playing
again
in
past to
WR
Sammy,
Select
and there's that deep three that we
with
just
that
saw.
teammate-
And now we continue with the game. Starting out the third quarter, 26-24, Kingpins up. They want to push this to a game 5.
It doesn't feel like Brooklyn has the lead, but they're leading by 2. I mean, like this, Brooklyn might steal this, and then it's everybody's game 5.
And I'm starting to realize they go when Sammy goes. The team goes when Sammy goes. So as Sammy's performing, they really take off. And if Sammy's struggling, then they're a bit stagnant. So let's continue to watch and see how that plays out. They've both got takeover right now, and I'm sure they're both wanting to be extra aggressive.
It's just like how it happened with LA when Jolo got going. They started playing through Jolo, and that opened up everything. Now can Sammy find his vibe and then open up the rest of the offense?
Big dunk there by Jolo on the fast break, pushing the score in the favor of the Traffic, up by 2, 28-26.
And as much as I love point guard play, I love well-played center play as well. And you know what? We're really getting a show in this series between these two centers.
Yeah.
As you can see, Bray with 15 points, and he doesn't have that many assists. He has 2, but that's because he's been the main scorer for this team.
Now, Sammy can continue this good play, and they can tie up the series 2-2. They can take it to a game 5 and really go for that big bread.
Roan's World offensive board, pass to Bray, then step back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bray makes a man jump, shoots the 3 after stepping in, no good. Defensive rebound, fast break coming. Bronco being bumped, slowed down, and now all 5 players for each team are at the other end. Bronco dribbling his way to the rim, past Jolo. Baby boy Jody, 3, no good, and a shooting foul. So 3 free throws coming up right now at the line.
Tough break on the hard closeout. You want to get up there and fix that shot, but go too hard and 3 free throws.
First free
Yeah,
throws
we're gonna live with that one, and we're gonna high five our teammate for staying aggressive.
Yeah.
And all 3 free throws are good. Score 31-27, 3:30 left in the third quarter.
2-possession game here.
Piece wide open. I want to see that the Brooklyn start to play with more confidence through Sammy now that he's starting to hit his perimeter shots.
Bray to step back. Shot clock at 4. Bray, step back, shoots a 3, slightly contested, no good. Defensive rebound, fast break coming. Eyeball Zay, going to stop, slow down. Had the chance to go for the layup, but he was reading that defender and didn't make the right call. But, you know, the foul slows everything down. It's so fast-paced. It's hard to make those decisions. You go with what your gut says. And most of the time you're right. Sometimes you're wrong in these big games. Baby boy Jody goes for the slam and finishes.
And that's the way you want to see it, coming off the pick and roll, wide open down the lane, rumble, big fella, rumble.
Bray stepping back, eyeballs the defender, and alley-oop coming, but it's going to be too far. Goes out of bounds.
Chemistry.
They got a bump on the outside, and that caused the misdirection on the oop. While he made the timing on the right play and the roll was there, the lock was able to bump at the right time and make a great defensive play.
Bronco looking for what's open. Baby with Jody. He's activated. Gonna go over to the corner. Pass out of a shot. Jolo layup. Has to put it up because the shot clock was run out and missed. Pass inside. Sammy Peace. Finish.
Bray made that play on the defensive end. He covered the corner, forcing Jolo to take the tough shot.
A slow-moving game right now. Haven't seen much point difference. Much change in the score. 33-29. Eyeballs A. He's playing point guard right now. Drives. Makes the big man jump. Leaves Jolo open. He missed it. And a steal by Jolo. He goes up a second time. And that's going to be another defensive rebound by Sammy Peace. Roan's World 3. No good. And here we go. A little bit of a slowdown right here.
I want Brooklyn to be aggressive on those fast break opportunities, but you need to hit the shots.
Bronco playing point guard for this team. Every now and then, Eyeballs A will take over, but Bronco is the main point guard. Jolo with it. He has hit 1 3-pointer in this game, and shot clock violation is called. 1:05 left, third quarter, 33-29. Pass to Sniper. Back to Bray. Looking for the opening. Tried to dribble through. It's going to be stolen off the bump. Pass to the man up front. It's Bronco. He finishes.
Brooklyn does not want to be down by more than one possession going into the fourth quarter. This is their elimination game. You do not want them to start getting tight because this is getting close.
Bray.
And you're absolutely right about that. The way you don't want to see Sammy get tight or them revert back to the way it was playing earlier in this game. You want to keep things flowing, keep the energy going, and keep the vibes.
A big block by Jolo leads to an Eyeballs A 3.
Oh my God, Mike Wayne. What is wrong with your game? That's a smothered shot and it went in. You got to be frustrated on the other side. You played great D and it didn't work out.
Bray tried to get the crab, didn't get it. Makes Eyeballs A jump, pass at the corner, little sniper, passes out of a shot, Sammy Peace inside, defended by Jolo, step back Sam, 3, it's good. With 4.4 seconds left.
You got time for 2 passes here. 1, 2, bang.
Oh man, I thought we might have seen another buzzer beater by Eyeballs A, but it wasn't meant to be. Fourth quarter, 38-32, 6-point lead for the Traffic. They want to keep this lead and become the back-to-back champions of WR Select here in Season 6. But right now, Kingpins, they are right there on their tail, wanting to make a difference and push to a Game 5.
Really interesting how much they're playing through Eyeballs A a little bit. They're trying to give Brooklyn a different look.
And it's absolutely working. And something that I've noticed is Bray's getting bumped all game long, all series long. And who's been doing the bumping? It's been Zay.
Eyeballs A for 3, going to be no good. He had him crabbed, but it was just a little bit too far out of reach, just missed the mark. And a foul on a fast break. Looks like a player was in front of him, so it's not going to be a clear path foul.
And we're in the fourth quarter, 4th minute, and LA Traffic up with a 2-game series lead. So the pressure is mounting as you see Zay once again make a play for his team.
Wow, what a play, what a pass. Baby boy Jody, and 1 opportunity.
I mean, I don't want to call it just yet. It's an 8-point game in the fourth quarter, but Eyeballs A is winning this game for LA and maybe putting himself into the MVP conversation. It would have been Jolo's after 3 games, but this game is all Eyeballs A right now.
And you can see the LA traffic having that 1-2-3 punch with their point guard also managing the game in a smart, high IQ way, knowing the situation and knowing not to go outside of himself and play within what they got.
And, to give it up. Sometimes it's better to sort of just be a decoy. And, it's working. Sometimes you don't have to play through the teeth of the defense. You play around the defense and attack their weak defenders with your better offensive players.
And a big block right there as we're approaching the end of that shot clock, and he makes it good mid-range, but a big block for the traffic. Had to think for a second, but there's a turnover, and the Kingpins get it back. Another turnover, Jolo with the ball, and that's going to be a foul.
4 fouls.
You don't want to see Jolo on the fast break with the rock.
That is not good.
And a steal by Bray. Fast break coming. Step back Sam. Nobody in front of him, but a man behind him makes him miss. And now free throws. Score is 41-34, and the Kingpins need these free throws. Every bucket is going to count. Every possession is going to count.
And you can see Bray on the last 2 possessions going with the defense, chipping in with everything he can give.
It's now or never for Brooklyn, okay? They can't sit here and just let LA be 2-3 possessions ahead of them here, or the series is going to end.
The big key is going to be stopping Jolo. Not only that, but it seems right now they need to also stop Eyeballs A. Good mid-range shot, but it's also well defended. So good defense by the Kingpins as we are right now at the 3-minute mark. Big finish on the inside.
Way to
Sammy,
go.
Peace.
Taking it from coast to coast, knowing he was in a tough situation, but knowing it's a championship and playing aggressive. That's how you get rewarded.
Aggressive. You got to be aggressive on the fast breaks because that's where the buckets are easier before the defense sets up. He wanted it. He got it. He got his bucket.
And more often than not, the game's going to reward you for that aggressiveness.
Yep.
Be more with the 3 from the corner, pushing this back out to a 7-point game. Bray trying to bring up the ball and just gets it across with 1 second left before the 8-second violation. Sammy to Rones. And I need to make a correction. That big poster was by Rones World.
And way to get that young man his credit.
Mm-hmm.
Give credit where credit is due.
Okay, Bray passing it up now, and that tells me that the communication's still flowing even better now, late in this game situation. He's trying to make it easy on himself. Does the walk back, he loves it. Defense rotates over, still gets it off. Nothing but net, but that was a bad nothing but net, if you know what I mean.
Well, for the last 2 minutes, we do have a special guest popping in to help us commentate. Please
I
welcome
like
Seldom.
this guest. Seldom.
Yo, what's going on?
How's my PG doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Watching the young talent, watching the young talent go ahead and show out for this finals. This is pretty intense. I like what's going on with that on the Xbox side.
Yeah,
now,
big
I don't
game
mean
right
to
now.
I don't mean to get right into it, Seldom, but on the timeline, we've been seeing a lot of Seldom, Ant. I see that you're open to the position, but what's really going on behind the scenes? Have you got a DM? Have you sent the DM? Or are we just still flirting on the timeline?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's still classified, bro. I can't really get into that, man. That's classified, bro. I can't really say nothing about that. I'm just here. I'm just here going with the flow, man.
Seldom puts out a little tweet about playing hash, man. What's up with that?
Just trying to show my versatility that I can play with not just being a point guard. Everyone sees me as a point guard. Just want to kind of just show as my preparation, trying to go into the next season of 2K League that if point guard is not my position that I could be able to get a spot in, then I could play different positions like cash or lockdown or other positions that are available. It's kind of just showing my versatility that I can play like a 1 through 5 type of player, type of guy.
I love it. Guys, I could talk to Seldom all day, but I think LA's about here to win a championship. I think we should give them a little bit of due.
Yeah, this is the last minute Let's see what the Kingpins might be able to do. You know, teams have come back from a bigger deficit, so we just have to see what might happen right here. But it could be this play right here, could be a dagger. That's going to be a foul, and they're going to call that game it. So we have our champions.
All right.
Your Los Angeles Traffic are back-to-back champions here in Season 6. Congratulations to that team.
Oh man, what a ride! What a ride! That's crazy.
And Seldom, I'm sure you tuned in tonight. What was something that stuck out to you in this series?
I like the way that that Bronto played his game. He didn't really he wasn't really selfish. He saw that if he was starting to be off sluggish, he let his teammates get involved and kind of got the bucket, kind of trying to show he's like more of a floor general and stuff. So I really like the way that he played, and just them offensively as a whole team, they played great. They all like they had trust in each other, and even with them losing one game, they losing that one game, they bounced back, and it was ready to finish all the way through. So I definitely enjoyed watching them play the whole time.
He's right on the money. He saw Jolo kind of, was getting a lot of buckets. He was feeding Jolo in game 2 and game 3, and then it started moving to the hash, and it started moving to the other side. And game 4 was a 3-bomb story, and that's all because.
And that alley-oop I just called a minute ago. Just a second, eyeballs A, fast break after.
Like you're gonna
exactly.
Guy down, and he played it really well. Whereas we saw on the other side, Brooklyn kind of just kept trying to go into the teeth of the defense and not make the read.
In the beat for so long without that 3-second call, but it just 2 seconds passed. Eyeballs A, buzzer beater.
Exactly. Our point guards to be scorers.
Definitely a great series.
Critical.
Eyeballs A over to Bronco. Alley-oop and baby boy.
There's a lot of really good
2:25 left in the second quarter, 20-15.
Select
Time you're right.
Sometimes guys together, there's talent. Some of it's elite. Some of it's growing in their elite. Some of it's learning how to play this team game for the first time. It's a really fun sort of league to watch.
Right, I agree with you. I think that some of the elite talent also comes from diverse select. It shows that if you can win a championship on select, you can show that you can play with anybody. So I think that's really can show and kind of give more exposure for people that haven't got the exposure, and then for yourself if you're like a veteran or anything like that, that's showing that hey, I can win with these guys. Put me with anybody. Kind of like a combine, honestly. It kind of treat like a combine, and it just shows that that it kind of it just separates you from everybody else, in my opinion.
That was a great series. Went to game 4, and that's going to actually do it for us. As you can see, Los Angeles Traffic champions back-to-back, Season 5 and Season 6 for the Xbox. Do we have any last-minute words or last-minute plugs we'd like to do?
PlayStation Finals tomorrow,
and I'd just like to say congratulations to our Season 6 PS5 MVP, King Had.
Congratulations to the Traffic. I mean, winning back-to-back titles, select, drafting's back to be a draft, put yourself together and win it too. That's, whoever's running that team really deserves to have.
Shout out to Rankum, the GM man, GM of the year. Back to back. Nothing new to that man. That man's always been scouting from his list to winning championships.
Another one.
Let's also shout out to Gary Airy, who was MVP for Xbox with the Flamingos. I don't want to forget about that. Well, this has been Season 6 Xbox. It's over. It's done. There's no more until next season. In Season 7, we've already been confirmed it's going to be a Season 7 via Twitter because of the giveaway that they're doing. Go check it out on there at WR Select. I'm Coach J2K. We had us with us the X-Man, SVC 2K, and the last minute edition Zelda. It has been great to commentate this game with you guys. Everybody have a great night.
Get some sleep, Zelda. Big day tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to figure out who we play. We got to shoot. Let's do it. Game 5.
Is it going on right now? Let's go watch it.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
All right, guys, I'm out. Good.